So our top focus today, of course, this evening is the BJP Manifesto for West Bengal. A whole host of promises that have been made by the Bharatiya Janata Party in the run-up to the 8th-phase elections in poll-bound Bengal, which, of course, kickstarts on the 27th of March. Now, Home Minister Amit Shah released BJP Sonar Bangla Sankalp Patra, going all out to woo Bengal with its governance vision. The BJP manifesto promised 33% reservation to women in government jobs and free education for the girl child from KG to PG. The manifesto also promised implementation of the Citizenship Amendment Act in the first cabinet meeting itself. Now, in a bid to create a global film industry in Bengal, the vision document promised financial assistance to Bengali film industry and promised a Nobel-like Tagore Prize and a global Satyajit Ray award like the Oscars. Hitting back, the Trinamool Congress termed the BJP manifesto a stunt by outsiders to fool Bengal.
70 साल से जो शरणार्थी यहाँ पर आकर बसे हैं, जिनको इनके मन में दर्द है कि हम वहां से शरणार्थी बनकर आए, आज हमारी नागरिकता नहीं। 70 साल से वो अवैध तरीके से रहे। सिटीजनशिप अमेंडमेंट एक्ट को पहली ही कैबिनेट में लागू कर वो सभी को नागरिकता देने का काम भारतीय जनता पार्टी नोबेल प्राइज की तर्ज पर, टैगोर प्राइज और ऑस्कार की तर्ज पर सत्यजीत रे इंटरनेशनल अवार्ड की स्थापना कर बंगाल का सांस्कृतिक वैभव वापस लाने।
Right, listen in to some more political reactions that have been coming in on the BJP's election manifesto.
I thought the TMC was in power in West Bengal and they have been in power for last 10 years. So anybody who's been in office for 10 years does not make fresh promises. They read out what their report card is. Did they not know that they had to do these things in the last 10 years while they were in office? The fact is that the TMC has failed the state of West Bengal. We made these promises and we are going to implement them.
Right. I will now ask my colleague Sneha Mordani in the newsroom to take you through some of the salient points of the BJP's election manifesto. Over to you, Sneha.
Let's take a look at the major highlights of the BJP's manifesto for the state of Bengal. 33% reservation for women in government jobs is what it's promising. Implementation of CAA or Citizenship Amendment Act in the first cabinet meeting itself. Freedom to celebrate Durga Puja and Saraswati Puja. Apart from that, it's the 7th Pay Commission for all. New anti-corruption watchdog in the state is something the party is promising. Global Tagore and Satyajit Ray awards like Oscars. Sealing of porous borders, another promise. Financial help to victims of political violence. Global recognition to Durga Puja. Financial assistance to Bengali film industry.
Right. Joining me on the show this evening are Shotarupa, BJP spokesperson, and Suparna Moitra, who is from the Trinamool Congress. Suparna, I'll come across to you first. What are your comments on the BJP's election manifesto?
Ms. Saab, good evening to you. But I'm pretty surprised by the promises they make, because they know that promises are not to be kept, because that's the mantra of Bharatiya Janata Party. If you look at their record for the last 6.5 years, it's only been truth to be mentioned in public, but not to be followed up. That's what they do. Untruth is their inner name, fake promises, and jumlas. That's what they're famous for. So what have they done? And I was hearing Mr. Malviya speaking in your program, and I think he has not done his homework properly, because he was saying that we didn't have a report card. In fact, we had a report card which we took to the people, one. Second, we came out with a list of candidates on the 5th of March, 291, because we released for 291, 3 are by our partners who are going to nominate their candidates. And then we came out with a manifesto also. So we have done everything. And what has the Bharatiya Janata Party done? Only 2 days back, the Bharatiya Janata Party released a list of 148 on the second batch. They're totaling to 283 out of 294. and the Prime Minister talks about his avowed ashol poriborton, I wonder, because the list has a lopsided presence of turncoats from the Trinamool Congress, the Congress and the CPM, which almost fills up 50%.
Okay, so you're making several points over there. Let's take them one by one. Shradharupa, would you like to comment on that? Come in on that. What the TMC is saying is that you're making false promises. These are promises you're not going to keep. You've not done your homework. Why are you using jumlas in order to woo the voter of Bengal?
Yes, thank you, Sneha. Thank you for having me on your show today. And on such a special day when I can't stop smiling, I'm grinning from ear to ear, even when I am listening to the Trinamool spokesperson's utter lies. And you know, he's been doing that for almost all the shows that we've been together. What about not doing homework? And I don't know what all he talks about. Actually, I think Trinamool is so scared that it took an outsider's party. I am not making it personal. Let me finish what I'm saying. You see, because this is a lovely day for us. Today's the day when it is very clear to West Bengal that it took an outsider, the so-called outsider party, to list out so many beautiful promises of a Sonar Bangla to come, compared to the Bishwa Bangla that Trinamool has been promising and never achieved for the last 10 years. So they can keep on never reading their report card because they don't have a report card. It is we, BJP, who's been doing it all over India, who's been doing it at central government, who we are going to make Bengal the way it should be, the way it hasn't been for the last 72 years. And now we are really going to give Bengal a Sonar Bangla, complete Sonar Bangla. This manifesto talks about every aspect of society, whether it's women, whether it's industry, whether it's agriculture, whether it's Bengal culture, Bengal ethos. You will notice one subtle point: each and every issue that has been brought up, each and every project that has been mentioned and promised is named after a Bengal grand leader. It is say, for example, the medical facilities are named after Dr. Kadambini.
But they still say it is an outsider who's releasing the BJP manifesto for Bengal. Their argument is that they've been tweeting, all their TMC leaders are tweeting, saying outsiders are now reading out the Bengal manifesto. They are saying that.
They can keep on saying that. You see, Trinamool can keep on saying that. Trinamool can keep on saying that we are an outsiders party, we are whatever, but that does not show people of Bengal. After all, we come from Shama Prasad Mukherjee. Dr. Shama Prasad Mukherjee is the founder of Bharatiya Janata Sangh, from where Bharatiya Janata Party comes from. So Trinamool can keep on lying through their teeth, they can keep on painting a wrong picture, but West Bengal knows very well that West Bengal owes its existence to BJP's predecessor, Dr. Shama Prasad Mukherjee, and it is today their so-called outsider who has promised Bengal Sonar Bangla once again.
Right. So TMC, for that, of course, you need to come in right now. What they're saying, what the BJP is saying, you're making all of these promises, but in the last 10 years, what have you done? Why is there a need to make all of these promises right now? Yes, the BJP can make promises because it is entering the fray per se for the first time in a major challenging position in 2021. What have you done over the last 10 years to be making promises now?
Let me respond. Let me respond to my good friend from BJP, Madam Shradharupa. In the first, when I made my opening comment, she had doubts about what are the fake promises they have made. Let me illustrate my point. One, they had said that they are going to create 2 crore jobs every year. Almost 7 years have passed. The record is there for everyone to see. One. Second, they said that about the demonetization, they are going to get the quantum of black money. That's for everyone to see what has happened. Two, they were talking about unifying India. What have they done? They have polarized India on religious lines. They've punctured they punctured the pluralistic nature of the country, decimated the economy. Now let us come to what we have done. for the last 10 years. We are not making any fresh promises. For the last 10 years, what we have done, let me first tell you that. One, what we have done, the article of faith for the Trinamool Congress from day one has been inclusivity. And that is why each section of the people, let me speak about women first. Today, the Bharatiya Janata Party, they are not calling it a manifesto, they are calling it a Sankalp Patra, I believe. So let me talk about women first. So what did Didi do in the last 10 years?
Okay,
Didi
quickly, so that we can get a response from Shatarupa as well.
Yes, I'll tell you, Pallavi. Didi came out with three schemes for women empowerment. It came out with Konyashree, Rupashree, Shobut Shati, and a host of other schemes. And these particular schemes have also got acclaim from the United Nations. One. Second, with regard to the representation of women in parliament and women in several states, Trinamool has got the highest representation of women, be it in the parliament, be it in the legislative assembly, and in the 3 tiers of the local governance. So let us not learn a lesson from them. We are not making any fresh promise, but the development is always a work in progress, Pallavi.
So you're basically saying that these are extensions of your already existent schemes and policies and implementation that you've already been doing on the ground as well. Okay, shifting focus a little bit, Shatarupa, I would like you to come in over here. Now, one of the arguments which is being made as far as the promise about CAA is concerned, the fact that the manifesto promises that CAA will be implemented in the first cabinet itself, but so far it hasn't been implemented. Your drafts, rules are nowhere to be seen. You've not drafted the rules as of yet. So how do you promise that?
No, I'm sure that will be done by the time we still have 1.5 months to go for the elections to get over, and the cabinet will be formed maybe another 15
So you're saying
days,
CAA will be implemented and the rules will be ready in a month and a half's time?
CAA will be implemented. CAA will be implemented because you see Bengal is a border state.
Will that only happen if the BJP wins Bengal and otherwise not?
Or the other border states on the western?
Pallavi, can I just have a word?
This is a central issue, so it will happen. It's just part of. It's already part of the agenda.
Shubhano, you can have your comment.
So
let her make a comment.
It will happen. You see, it will, because it is a double engine government that we are talking about. That we are definitely going to implement it if it is a double engine. It will be more difficult if Trinamool comes to power, which is a very difficult improbability, I think.
Shatarupa, can I make a rebuttal, please, with your permission?
Right. Okay, Shubhano, you can make your comment. Yes. Make your comment. Go ahead. She's made a point.
Pallavi, you look at the contradiction of the BJP, because the BJP, the CAA was unilaterally passed almost in a very authoritarian manner in the parliament on the 10th and 12th of December in 2019. Almost 15 to 16 months have elapsed, but the rules are not in place. One, the Home Minister has also said that
you people should be happy about it. You were not happy about CAA at all.
Please allow me to complete, madam.
I don't understand the dichotomy.
With due respect, please allow me to complete.
You didn't want to.
You have your
okay, quickly. Shubhano, wrap it up. Shubhano, Shatarupa, just let him have his 20 seconds to wrap it up.
Please, you'll have your turn. So the Home Minister says that when the COVID situation gets normal, the vaccines are in place, then the CAA would be implemented. And today, this BJP spokesperson is mentioning on her channel that in 1.5 months' time, if the BJP is voted to power in Bengal, CAA would be implemented. So as an act of naivety on my part also, I would be very happy to understand that which is the real picture.
This is a very interesting situation. Okay, this is definitely an interesting situation, Shubhano and Shatarupa. It remains to be seen if the BJP actually intends to draft the rules for the CAA to be implemented on the ground in a month and a half's time. But is that dependent on the BJP winning Bengal or not? Shatarupa and Shubhano, sorry for interrupting this very interesting discussion. That's all the time we have right now. I'll, of course, hand it over now back to my colleague Sneha Mordani in the studio.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.